Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to my Fallout 4 Mod Spot Night series, where today we're having a look at the Romington HeadHunter Shotgun mod, which is being made by user Thing333. And what this glorious little piece of work looks to add into the game is a fun new shotgun for the gunners in the form of the Romington HeadHunter, which of course is based off of the real-world Remington 870, and I think is a fun addition to the game because, hey, who doesn't love a good pump-action shotgun? So let's jump on over here and have a look at what we do get with the Romington HeadHunter, which in its most basic and standard form will do 43 damage using a shotgun shell with a firing rate of 6, range of 71, accuracy of 44, and a weight of 8. Not too shabby there, and as you can see, it is a fun little gun. Certainly does look the part for a Remington 870, but of course with a bit more of a post-apocalyptic and gunner flair with, you know, the bit of wear and tear on it, the rust, the gunner logo, the tape, and even the barrel and ammo tube? What is that actually properly called on a shotgun? I'm not sure. Being, you know, held together here with just some, I forget what those are called too. Some metal. Good times. Wow, I'm blanking on words today. But all in all, it is a good, fun gun that, you know, is a great little shotgun. With not a lot of modifications here, but enough to help keep this thing as a good weapon from the early to mid-game, as that's where I would certainly personally put it, as the top damage I was able to get with this thing without any additional perks is just 60, so definitely not an end-game gun, but it'll certainly help you into the mid-game. And all in all, just a fun little weapon. Now, as for how you get this thing, first and foremost, you are going to need a DLC requirement, that being Far Harbor, and once you have that installed, you'll be able to find these in the world on gunners starting at level 5, as this is a gunner-specific weapon, and also why I say it's an early to mid-game gun. Getting it at level 5 ain't too bad, and yeah, just find it on some random gunners. So let's head on over here and have a look at the weapon modifications we do have available, which, though, like I said, is minimal. There's some good ones in here. Like the receiver category, we've got the standard receiver and the quick receiver for the pump action mechanism of the gun, with the quick, of course, being a bit quicker. And then we also have a normal and quick version of a semi-automatic receiver if you want even faster firing. It is pretty nice there, though you are going to need some gun nut and commando for that to work, which is a little strange considering commando's for automatic guns, but this is a semi-automatic gun, but oh well, I'll take the perk requirement. But yeah, quite nice to have that faster firing rate, though not hugely faster, of just 25. Now in the barrel category, we've got 3 options: the standard, long, and heat-shielded barrel, which I think is my favorite. It looks pretty darn cool. We then have in the stock category 4 options of the stub, skeletal, heavy, or full stock, to give you more of a modern, traditional feel there. And then in the sights, we've got some good options here with iron sight, reflex, medium scope, hollow sight, and an ACOG. And the ACOG and medium scopes really work well in conjunction with the next category we'll talk about, because, well, muzzle has literally nothing in it, is the ammo category, where we either have the standard bird shot, a buckshot to do a bit more damage at 60, dragon's breath ammo to give it some fire, and finally the slug ammo, which does the same amount as the buckshot at 60, but is going to dramatically up the range and accuracy of the weapon. So using that medium scope or the ACOG, very cool with that particular ammo there. So very nice indeed. And yeah, that is it for the modifications on there. So let us go grab my modified versions and take a look at how this thing does shoot, and talk about the one issue that I do have with this gun at the moment, which hopefully will be solved in due time, because it is, well, not a major issue, but it is a bit of an immersion-breaking thing, and that's that the actual pump action mechanism on a pump action shotgun currently has no sound. Like when I pull out the gun, just, you know, I'll shut up for a moment so you can listen. There we go, we use the pump action mechanism and nothing. Now, thankfully, we do have sound when we shoot. there you go. But yes, the actual pumping of said pump-action shotgun does not have a sound. Hopefully that does get fixed in due time, as it is kind of, like I said, a bit of an immersion-breaking thing, but not exactly a deal-breaker for me, because it is still a fun shotgun to play around with, and I do like it being a gunner-specific gun. I don't know why, but it seems appropriate to me. But yeah, hopefully that does get fixed soon. Now, let's check out the modified ones. We'll start with our Dragon's Breath one here. That is semi-automatic, which I really love the look of how this one turned out. It very much does look like a Fallout style of shotgun. Very, very cool indeed. And plus, hey, Dragon's Breath, even more Fallout in that manner. So let us use you and fire. There we go. Now you can see with this gun, whether it's the pump action or the semi-automatic version, it does have quite a lot of kick, but it's actually fairly controllable kick, as each time you shoot, even though it jumps up quite a bit, before you can get to the next shot, even with the semi-automatic, it returns down pretty good. So it's actually still fairly easy to keep this thing on target, which is always nice to have. Easier with the pump action, of course, because it's even slower firing. It pretty much comes straight back down to where you were aiming, but it's still not too bad with the semi-automatic version there. Well, let's take a look at my other pump action one, the tactical hair trigger. This is using the slug ammo, and going back to the pump action and a nice scope, I'll just show off that controllability on here. So I'll just point it straight there at the center of that target, and even though we're gonna get a huge amount of kick, we're pretty much right back to where we were pointing. And with the slower pump action rate of fire, pretty much each shot is going to be right there, dead on our target we were aiming at, which is always a pretty cool. So despite its big kick, it's controllable kick. Now let's take a look at this thing in use against some enemies, and we'll start with some raiders. Normally, of course, we'd go with the Deathclaw, but at a max of 60 damage without any additional perks, it's not going to do it so great. So let's pop in a couple of, well, just one raider for now. And time for you to die, Raider Scum. Boom. Okay, so we'll take 2 shots to the torso to kill him with the Dragon's Breath, and not too shabby at all. Let's reload, though, and then go for, we'll grab 2 in. I was messing around with that earlier, and we should be able to get both of them fairly easily. Oh, God, get the man in front of us first. Hold on, sir, hold on. Oh, 1% at, there we go, 81, much better. And die. Excellent, it's a slaughter. Oh, God, I accidentally shot twice there. Okay, and boom, he is down. Magnificent. So let's go switch over to the tactical hair trigger, one of these slugs, and let's actually get out a gunner, since these are the intended targets for these guns. Oh, and he's actually got one. Die, gunner. There we go. And one more shot there. Take him down. Oh, didn't get him before he got all of my shots off. Ooh, God, and stim. There we go. There we go. He is down with my little very, very poorly built character. That was a bit of a fight. But look at that. We got a recoil compensated hair trigger one. Nifty. But yeah, that is the Romington HeadHunter Shotgun. It is a fun gun to play around with. Always great to see another pump action being added into the game. That always amuses me because they are entertaining weapons. If only the sound would be fixed, this would be one of my favorite shotguns I've seen in some time. So if you would like to actually try this thing out for yourself, which I'd certainly recommend you go and do, you can have a look at the link in the description as per usual. But that, my friends, is going to be it for this episode today. Hopefully you all have enjoyed and you come back for the next. But until that time, thank you for watching as always. Well, have a good one.